The EPA is considering changes with ethanol, more reaction from local farm officials, plus Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz is tonight's guest on Monday with the mayor, and Ashley Niehaus with the DuBois County Purdue Extension Office is tonight's guest on Inform. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. We begin this evening with tragedy as a Ferdinand man was found dead following a one-vehicle accident yesterday afternoon near the Schnellville Conservation Club. The DuBois County Coroner's Office says 21-year-old Mitch Haas of Ferdinand lost control of his vehicle along County Road 820 East near County Road 175. His vehicle went off of the roadway and drove into a creek. The accident was originally reported just after 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. After being removed from his vehicle, Haas was resuscitated and taken to Memorial Hospital in Jasper, where he was pronounced dead. Details on the accident and autopsy results have yet to be released. An Indiana conservation officer was assisted at the scene by the DuBois County Sheriff's Department, Memorial Hospital Emergency Medical Services as well. Haas had just been appointed to the Ferdinand Volunteer Fire Department less than a week ago. Haas is the 5th person to die as a result of an automobile accident in DuBois County in 2013. 2 Huntingburg men were taken into custody over the weekend in connection with a string of burglaries. On Saturday, Huntingburg police were informed that 19-year-old Levi Hopper and 20-year-old Darren DuPont, both of Huntingburg, were connected to a string of burglaries that took place in the city between April and November. Hopper was located and lodged in the DuBois County Security Center later in the day on Saturday. Then yesterday, police located DuPont and lodged him in the DuBois County Security Center. Hopper and DuPont are each facing 3 Class C felony counts of burglary and 3 Class D felony counts for theft. Police say DuPont is additionally charged with Class A misdemeanors for possession of paraphernalia and possession of a synthetic drug after he was found to have those items on him at the time of his arrest. Changes in leadership are coming to a regional economic development group, and 3 area officials will be serving in leadership roles. During its recent annual meeting, Radius Indiana President and CEO Becky Skillman announced new appointments to the executive committee. Local officials included on that committee are Washington Mayor Joe Wellman and Michael Cummings of DuBois Strong. Martin County Commissioner Dan Gregory will be serving on the group's board of directors starting next month. The other appointments to the executive committee were Doug Pittman, who represents Hoosier Hills Credit Union, and Steve Godey with SAIC. Cummings says being elected to serve as part of the executive committee for Radius Indiana is a big deal.
It's certainly an honor to be elected as an officer of Radius. We really cherish that partnership and have a very close working relationship with them. They handle a lot of the marketing as far as external marketing, national and international, of our region, and so being able to align our local initiatives with the story that they're telling at the national and international level is really a great opportunity, and I'm honored to serve Radius.
Cummings says his selection also marks a big opportunity for DuBois County to benefit from Radius Indiana's work.
In terms of recruitment and some of the initiatives that are going on at Radius right now, I think having DuBois County at the forefront of that, showing the leadership that is appropriate for DuBois County to show in the Radius region in terms of our economic standing, and just putting DuBois County's interests, out there and partnering with our neighboring counties. I think it's all very positive for DuBois County.
The meeting also marked the final one for Ken Sendelweck as chairman of the board of directors. Skillman says Sendelweck has been consistently committed to quality of life for people in the Radius, Indiana region. She says his leadership has been instrumental in building cohesiveness across the region, which is working together to create a brighter economic future for everyone. Sendowek will continue to serve on the Regional Impact Fund Board, which is chaired by Steve Ferguson, the chairman of the board of Cook Group Incorporated. He will also remain on the Radius Indiana Board of Directors, as well as in an ad hoc capacity on the Radius Indiana Executive Committee. Harold Gutzweiler, the manager of key accounts and economic development with Hoosier Energy, will serve as the new Radius Indiana chairman of the board starting next month. In other business, the Board of Directors approved its 2014 strategy and budget. The plans will continue to focus on lead generation and raising brand awareness to support attracting businesses to the region. Radius Indiana, which was originally formed back in 2009, is a regional partnership of 8 counties formed with an eye towards economic development. The counties in the partnership are Crawford, Davies, DuBois, Greene, Lawrence, Martin, Orange, and Washington. The partnership is also a primary point of contact for Crane Naval Surface Warfare Center, which is one of southern Indiana's largest employers. The president of Indiana Farm Bureau wants the state's farmers to urge the federal government to scrap a proposed reduction in the amount of ethanol in the nation's fuel supply. Don Vilwach says corn prices have dropped more than 5% since word of the proposed U.S. Environmental Protection Agency rule was leaked back in October. The proposal has also caused an uproar here in DuBois County, as the county is the #1 ag county in the state of Indiana. DuBois County, Indiana Farm Bureau President Terry Hoffman says it isn't just the ethanol rules that are causing problems for farmers. He says it seems to be part of a larger trend.
For some reason, all the rules that the EPA comes out with has a direct effect on the farmer, and it costs us every way we go. They've just implemented new rules on the new equipment that we have been purchasing, and that adds about another $25,000 to $30,000 to each piece of equipment just to meet those exhaust standards that the EPA has mandated. And now they're going to get us on the other end when we do have a chance to make up those price differences and be above a profitable level for our product. They're going to cut that.
Hoffman says the impact on the local economy will be huge should the proposed reductions go into effect. He says there are still uses for materials after they are used in ethanol, contrary to popular belief.
A lot of public is miseducated about this because they think once this grain does go into the ethanol that it's lost and doesn't have another use. But a lot of that byproduct that comes back out, I mean, they can't use it. Definitely once they distract the alcohol, it does come back into the feed cycle for cattle, hogs, and turkeys.
Now, federal support for ethanol has been a boon to the economies of corn-growing states like Indiana, but the Obama administration says the biofuel law championed by both parties back in 2007 is not working as well as what was expected. Vilwach says reducing the amount of ethanol in the nation's fuel supply would harm Indiana's farmers, and he, along with others, are urging farmers to write to the EPA and explain what the improved crop prices have meant to their families, farms, and communities. Finally this evening, the town of Santa Claus once again was in the holiday spirit this past weekend. The town hosted its Christmas parade. The parade is part of a 3-weekend-long celebration for the month of December in Santa Claus. This upcoming weekend will mark the 3rd and final weekend of that celebration. Now, you can watch the Santa Claus Christmas Parade in its entirety here on 18 WJTS tomorrow evening starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Once again, the Santa Claus Christmas Parade will air in its entirety here on 18 WJTS tomorrow evening, beginning at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Coming up after the break, Jasper's Terry Seith joins me for Monday with the Mayor, plus your local forecast, sports with Kurt Gooksell, and Inform featuring Ashley Niehaus with the DuBois County Purdue Extension Office. That's all up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.